We're at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where tonight the Raiders take on conference rival Pulaski. Hello, everybody. Alongside the coach, Chris Wright, and former North High basketball player Ben Van Bagel, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, let's talk a little bit about tempo, because Pulaski does not like to run it up and down the floor like North does. They like to really slow it down.
Yeah, they do. And Coach Shaw, even in his state championship team last couple of years ago, I mean, their key to success is pace and taking care of the basketball. Coach Shaw really likes to slow things down, take care of the ball, get good shots and things like that, and his team's doing the same thing this year. They're averaging in the 40s, where a team like Sheboygan North is averaging 62 points a game. It's two completely different squads, and another thing about Pulaski is they're real young, which they probably also want to keep the score down too.
Ben, you've played against Pulaski, so you know what it's like. Talk a little bit about their pace and how Coach Desatel will try and fight that.
Well, when we played them, the key to the game was we cannot allow second shots. If you get a second shot, they're going to take as much time as they need. And they will, if they want this game to win, if they want this victory, they're going to have to keep it in the 20s, 30s, 40s to get this victory. And if North pulls out, they get it up in the 50s. It's tough for Pulaski to get back.
Davis Larson is getting an award. We'll show that before the basketball game when that happens. He's one of the keys, obviously, for North. What does he need to do tonight, Chris, for North to be successful?
Get an award, and he's only a junior? My gosh, this guy's been around here forever. As I've said before, he's my Charles Barkley of the Sheboygan North Raiders. He gets tons of points, gets the boards, passes the ball, drives to the basket, does all the little things, and he's only 6'4". He's a really special player. He's also a very nice young man, too. But, you know, as the Raiders go, Davis does. And, you know, he seems like whenever they get in trouble and things, he kind of puts it on his back and takes them, you know, down the stretch.
Talk a little bit about Davis Larson. When you played, was he still playing?
Oh, yes. He was right. It seems like he's been here forever. The great thing about Davis is that he can get into any little space. His body control is amazing. And just like you said, if the team goes, Davis goes. So if he's scoring, he's dishing the ball out, he's finding the open shooters, and they're knocking them down, it's going to go from there. Davis is just a great leader. He's going to continue to evolve for even a senior season he still has, and it is hard to believe.
It seems to me, Ben, that he is doing more ball handling this year than he has in the past. Is that getting him ready for college, the college game?
I do believe so. I mean, he is only 6'4". For a high schooler, that is a big kid, but when he gets into college, he's going to be a wing guard maybe, and at 6'4", you're going to have to be able to drive and handle that ball when you're getting into the hoop. And I know Davis, he's one of the toughest workers I've seen or been around as a North High Raider, and it's just great to see.
Let's talk a little bit about Pulaski players. Who are we going to see tonight that's going to possibly cause North some issues?
Well, Zach Dorsch is their best player. They only have 2 seniors, and he's their leading scorer. It's kind of weird. You look at their scores, their leading scores are 10, 10, and 8, where normally you look at, you know, teams that have 15, 16 points. So again, which goes back to the pace. But as I mentioned before, they're very, very young and, you know, just trying to learn the system. They're 7 up and 7 down. You know, something about them is they played De Pere 34-28, only lost by 8. They only lost to Ashwaubenon, who just beat North a week ago by 3 points. But then they lost to Green Bay West, who North handled pretty good. So be interesting to see what we get out of Pulaski, the young Raiders, taking on not much older Raiders, but the North Raiders.
Let's talk a little bit about North. By the way, one of the things that I thought about Pulaski that could be troublesome is the balance that they do have. You know, they had, I think, 4 or 5 guys, like you said, 8 up to 10 or so. North has fairly good balance. Rudolph has been a little bit of a disappointment with his scoring. Hopefully he can pick it up tonight.
Yeah, him and Zach Cosentine, actually, he's kind of stepped up a little bit of late. But, you know, you're going to get your points from Davis. I mean, Gerber's been having a really nice senior season as well. And Belmore doesn't score a lot of points, but he's always all over the floor, dishing it out and things. So they've really had a nice team. And we saw them just 2 weeks ago when they played Bayport here. Now, I thought that was a very impressive win by the Raiders. So hopefully they can carry that home stretch into another victory.
All right, Ben, you get the last question or comment. Coach is noted for his preparation for games and his scouting reports and all that kind of thing. Now, I know you don't have access to it tonight, but what do you think might be on it for his team to be successful tonight? What do they got to do?
Oh, they gotta penetrate that zone, that crucial zone that Pulaski banks on every game, in and out. And if they can get it into the middle and dish it out to, like you said, Gerber, who's having a great season, Nick Rudolph, who is picking it up recently, and Zach Hodenstein, who are all knocking down shots. So if they get that ball in the middle, knock down some shots, go from there, and I think North can pull it away from there.
All right, with that, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have that Davis Larson being awarded the basketball for 1,000 points.
Every day, thousands of community and school groups, volunteer and government producers, technical staff and residents reach out to your community through one of the most powerful communication tools available, cable TV. PEG Access produces more new local programming each week than all the programming produced by NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and PBS combined. PEG Access channels provide communities with a diverse, independent, and local voice. Thank you for watching and for your continued support of public, education, and government access television.
In Wisconsin, the laws are the same for bicyclists and motorists. So if you bike, ride with the traffic and obey stop signs and lights. Whether you ride a bike or drive a car, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians at marked and unmarked crosswalks. At intersections, always look for pedestrians before making a turn, and slow down in school zones and neighborhoods to keep our kids safe. Share and be aware. We're all responsible.
Usually, a texting and driving prevention ad would show you some shocking statistics, or maybe a sad family member that lost someone. They might even show you the last text they sent to scare you. But one of the most scariest statistics is about time. Specifically, the amount of time you're not able to watch the road.
This video was submitted by a student through the Teens Drive Smart program. For more information on teen safety, visit teensdrivesmart.com.
The father of TJ Kellner, who's a current coach at Oshkosh West High School. In 2008, TJ Kellner scored his 1,000th point for North High boys basketball. Also present is Nolan Free. In 2009, Nolan scored his 1,000th point for North basketball team, on his way to becoming a first-team All-State player. Last week, junior Davis Larson scored his 1,000th point in a game in Ashwaubenon. He is one of a select group of 8 athletes to score over 1,000 points in the past 40 years at North High School. Tonight, the basketball team, along with Jim Kellner and Nolan Free, would like to congratulate number 44, Davis Larson, on scoring his 1,000th point for North High. Congratulations, Davis, and good luck for the rest of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your headwear, place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem by the North High Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the Pulaski Red Raiders, coached by Dave Shaw, and the Sheboygan North High Runnin' Raiders, coached by Tom Desatel. Here's your starting lineups. First for the Red Raiders from Pulaski, a senior, number 11, Taylor Splann. A sophomore, number 23, Wade Geenan. A junior, number 31, Jason Folk. A senior, number 41, Zach Dorsch. And a sophomore, number 51, Luke Vandenheuvel. And now the starting lineup for your very own Sheboygan North High Runnin' Raiders. A senior, number 4, Eli Belmore. A senior, number 5, Matt Gerber. A senior, number 24, Nick Rudolph. A junior, number 44, Davis Larson. A senior, number 51, Eric Susha. Officials for tonight's game are Keith Bondi, Steve Kleinfeld, and Justin Nichols. These individuals are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association, are assigned by North High School and the Fox River Classic Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. Tonight's athletic training services are provided by Purveyor Sports Medicine of Green Bay in partnership with St. Nicholas, St. Mary, and St. Vincent Hospitals. Tonight's athletic trainer, Mr. Chris Lenz.
Bill Horsch doing the announcing for us. And if, by the way, fans, as you listen to tonight's game, if Chris is a little more critical of the officiating tonight, especially Mr. Bondi, it's because Keith also umpires baseball games. He's a very good official. Yeah, and football, right. Anything for a buck, right?
Yep. Well, let's see how pace goes right away, Marty. Pulaski, as we talked about, doesn't score a lot. They average only 10 points per game in the first quarter, so let's see what the score is after the first quarter.
I think Ben made a good point, too, about second shots. And Larson trying to steal the ball away, tipped it out of bounds. Pulaski will keep it.
Boy, and there was one of those chances at a turnover.
Yeah, it would have been
looked
awesome.
Looked like a chance to put that up, but he decided to pass it. And they got lucky that went off Davis.
I was going to say, one thing that they will do with this patient offense is really make it work hard on defense. Shusha getting over to prevent the pass inside to Vandenheuvel.
Yeah, even when they had Cody Wickman a couple of years back, who's now at UWM, all-state player. I mean, they scored games in the 40s just like this.
Good-looking three-point attempt was no good. It bounced out. Chris mentioned it in the opening. They'll play a zone, and that's what they're in right now. Larson almost lost it. Kick pass to Gerber. A good hustle on the defense, Chris, to prevent any three-point attempts.
Pulaski has 4 sophomores on their team and 5 freshmen on their JV team. But tonight, there wasn't a lot of freshmen in the, or JV players at all for Pulaski here.
Belmore with a runner went in and then bounced out. Good look at the shot, but couldn't get it to go. North, of course, in their man-to-man defense. Drive down the lane. Shot is no good by Folk, but he's fouled.
North 12-3, 7-2 in league. Pulaski 7 up, 7 down, 4-6 in league play. And February turns the calendar, Marty. They're getting down to the last few weeks of ball.
I noticed the last game is coming up for us, and it's on a Thursday, which normally would be a Friday, and I think that's to get ready for the tournaments will be happening. Folk gets 1 out of 2. It's 1-0 Pulaski.
And there's 2 minutes gone in the quarter.
And just watch them move on each pass. They do a good job by Vandenheuvel to get out on the three-pointer, but Rudolph pounds it in. Good to have him make his first shot, Chris.
Yep.
It also allows North then to set up the press, which I had as one of my key points, that Pulaski needs to handle pressure. Shot by Splan is up and good.
Splan plays baseball as well, Taylor Splan. Well, North doesn't press like they used to. They just kind of press to make the game go faster. Oh, that's a walk.
Larson on a scoop shot got it up and in.
We'll get away with that one.
Right away you got to be criticizing the officials.
Wow, every once in a while I watch the NBA and I watch all their traveling.
What do they call that? A European walk? Or there's something about European. They do a big time walk. Good help inside by Larson on the cut underneath. Splan open again. They would have given him a 3. I thought his foot was on the line. And North not able to come away with the rebound. Pulaski keeps the possession.
Yeah, it was a long rebound. They did not box out Splan on that one.
Wide open from three-point land is Dorsch, and he puts it in.
Leading scorer at 10 a game. When you only average 46 a game.
I thought he signaled a 3, Chris. They only got 5 points up on the board.
They did signal a 3.
Should be 6-5.
See if anybody catches it besides us.
And
look at
Rudolph with another 3. 8-6, North on top.
Well.
And the ball gets thrown out of bounds. The North pressure got to him that time. Neither official is gone to the table. The coach doesn't even notice it. So I'm wondering if...
I don't know. I saw the hand go up for 3.
Yeah, and I thought he was outside the line when he took the shot.
It was. And the official had the hand up, Marty. You were right.
Shusha's going to pick up the foul on Dorsch.
Well, I guess I'm going to give him a 2 for right now. Ozzy coming in. They said he's been warming up of late, up to 9 points a game. Nice to have off the bench.
I think it was in the last Badger game, Chris. They were outscored 24-0 by they won the game in overtime, obviously, but they didn't get any points off the bench, and that usually is really key if you want to be successful.
Gonna have to get some help off the bench tomorrow in Iowa. Tough place to play.
Larson throwing the skip pass, gets it inside. 5-footers, no good. Strong rebound. Tries to put it up and is fouled. Great effort there.
Well, there you just saw his athletic ability and why he is the best player on the court right now.
Been inconsistent at the line this year, Chris, as he makes that first one. 10-7 North on top. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been a quick quarter. It's a good matchup for Eric Shusha. He matches up with Vandenheuvel as Vandenheuvel scores. Keep track of that big guy.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, number 51 for Pulaski.
Larson going to the left. He shoots and scores, and he's fouled.
You're not going to stop him. Kind of like what Ben Van Vagel mentioned in the opening. He said once he gets through those seams and things, he's tough to stop.
Now, we had, I don't want to mention any names, but somebody was saying, you ever notice that Davis only goes right? And Chris said, yeah, he was talking to a friend about it too, and right there we saw it going to the left and scoring. So he doesn't always just go to the right.
I would say that's something this summer. You take 1,000 shots, 700 of them go to the left this summer to just help your game a little bit. 2:23 in the quarter and three fouls for North. Oh, make it 4. Sorry.
Eisenstein, we're going to get him to the line awfully quick at this pace, Chris. You're going to be the whole second quarter in the bonus if we don't slow down. Pulaski looks a little shaky at times, Chris,
I was just
against
thinking
pressure.
the same thing. Like they just want to make sure we get over the midcourt line.
Good help that time by Eisenstein to step out on Spillane, who popped out for the three-point attempt, but they couldn't get him the ball. Pulaski working hard on offense. North working equally hard on the defense. Kaminsky snuck in when we weren't looking. Put Shusha on the bench. Those cutters that go through underneath the basket, those are the guys you got to be careful for.
Yep, and then sometimes they'll back cut you when you're not paying attention.
Whoa,
so that's
almost
what you
a walk there.
You got to watch what you're doing.
Coach Dave Shaw having them pull it out and reset the offense. Going to set up a play now. 1:10 left in the quarter. This has been a long possession. Kaminsky on the good defense, preventing Vandenheuvel from scoring.
North wants to run up the court. It's almost like they're going 100 miles an hour because Pulaski takes so much time on the other end. Oop, oh, that's a lucky pass.
Yeah, really. Rudolph just in the right spot.
Exactly, standing in the right area.
You know, I think even if that would have hit Sam in the hands, he wouldn't have been able to catch it. It was pretty hard. Down to 35 seconds left in the quarter. I wonder if North will just pull it out now and play for one. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Well, if they can keep the score as it is, Chris, Pulaski won't get their 10 first quarter points.
Nope. North's averaging 15. Let's see if they get a bucket and get there.
Belmore kicks it out to Hasenstein. That's going to be no good. Shot attempt from half court is off the backboard, no good. And we're at the end of one quarter of play. North on top, 13-9.
One of my most rewarding experiences as a dietitian has been actually quite recently, just a year ago, when I met Donna, because she was so motivated and ready to lose weight and to get healthier.
Well, since I've met Sue and listened to her guidance, I've lost about 80 pounds, and I have been taking off almost all my medications. To me, I mean, that's something to shout about. I just see the future getting better and better and better because I'm getting healthier and healthier and healthier.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew he had to help him get his housing grant, an auto grant, and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Hey, you can see Coach Tom Desatel. Deso looking for a victory number 618 in his career. He's got 617 right now versus 234 losses. Quite a career here at North High School.
And he used to coach against Dave Shaw's dad at Manitowoc. And now he's had to take on the son the last few years. And of course, Dave, like I mentioned before, won a state championship about 3 years ago.
Folk picked up his second foul, Chris, and Pulaski has a substitute on the bench. Hazy from wide open, couldn't get it. Larson with the strong rebound right over Dorsch, or Folk, pardon me. Hazy wanted to shoot it again.
Yeah. Well, North shot it all of now 9 times.
There we go. And Hazy gives it the fist pump, too.
North now 5 of 9 from the floor. And we're in the second quarter.
Yeah, 16-9.
Pulaski shooting 50%, but they've only put up 6 shots.
Wow. Rudolph coming over to help, and he draws the charge. Now, if that would have been college ball, Chris, I think they'd have called that on Rudolph because he was too deep.
Wow. Watch this. Let's see if he gets there.
Well, I think he was there in time. Well, didn't get a good view of it, but you get the idea. Folk out of the game, by the way. Kick it over to Hasenstein. He's open again. Couldn't get it, though. Kaminsky had it taken away from him. Strong rebound by Pulaski. That was Cody Burr. Three-point attempt rolls off. Vanden Heuvel, good fake, draws the foul on Kaminsky, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Just the second offensive rebound for Pulaski, but they get a chance to put some points on the board.
They've shot now 5 free throws, Chris, to North's 3. This is going to be 6. They've made 4 out of 5 so far. Shusha checks back in, and so does Gerber. Whoever came in for Hazy came in for the wrong person. Deso sent him right back to the bench. Pulaski finally up to 10 points too, Chris. 16-10, North on top. We're in the second quarter, North throws it away.
Just the second turnover on North. There's not a lot of possessions.
Yeah, I was going to say, the pace of the game is going to dictate some of that. Larson with a strong rebound. Rudolph eyeing it up but didn't shoot it. He was a little too far away. Again, you see that good movement by Pulaski on their zone to cover up the three-point shooters. Gerber open from deep. And good job of tipping the ball by Nick Rudolph to keep the ball alive, and North got it back. And then we get a foul on number 13. Cody Burr. Kick pass to Ethan Sinellis, who checked in. Ethan's first action on the court. Usually gets in a little quicker than that, Chris.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing about a minute ago when I saw him still on the bench, or at the 5:20 mark.
Gerber eyes it up and nails a three. That's North's 4th three of the game.
It is. They're 4 of 7 from there. Pulaski's only taken 8 shots. And the lead is big. When you're talking a team like Pulaski to be down by 9, that's like being down by about 25.
Good job by Sinellis recognizing the back cut. Hazy didn't know what to do with it. Good decision, Hazy. Shoot it. 21-10, and Pulaski finally calls a timeout.
In a game played earlier this evening in Pulaski, it was the Lady Raiders 56, Pulaski 49.
You might have heard that women's score. North beat Pulaski. Also earlier tonight in freshman action, the North freshman team won in a close game, only about 6-point spread. In the JV game, North won that one also. That was about a 16 to 18-point spread. So we're looking for the sweep, Chris.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, the Pulaski freshmen only had about 7 players, and the JVs only had 7. But we mentioned before, Pulaski's very young. They have 4 sophomores up on varsity and 5 freshmen on the JVs. So
we should maybe mention where Ben Van Bagel is.
He's on the floor down there scoring or something. I don't know.
He's at the table, you're right, in the blue jacket right between Mr. Wagner and Mr. Horsch. He's going to be up here in for second half action. He mentioned possibly being in the third quarter. Look forward to announcing. I can't wait to get some dirt on you, man.
Ben played a very nice center field for us last year.
I thought he's a good pitcher. He had a very deceptive motion.
Yep, pitch too. I forgot that. But his defense was really where it shined. And
Shusha with a strong rebound. North doing a good job of rebounding the basketball here tonight.
Pulaski can't find the basket.
We're halfway through the second quarter. There's 4 minutes left. Larson got the nice roll on a jumper in the lane. 23-10.
Well, Pulaski's only got, 2 points?
Good block. Gerber saves it. And they're going to call a travel on Hasenstein. Larson has 9 points early in the ball game, or in this first half.
6 rebounds too, Marty.
Wow, looking at a double-double.
Look at this block.
Whoosh. And a good save. That didn't look like a walk to me, Chris. I'd get on that official, even though it's not Bondi. Folk tosses it into Splan. Almost a violation. Well, there's a moving screen. Malwiski.
Where are you going with it, son?
3 seconds in the lane. Good defense by North. You know, we talk about Pulaski and the way they move in their zone, which is really nice, but hey, North can play good defense too.
Yep.
Good kick out to Hasenstein. Rainbow 3 is no good, and Rudolph can't quite save it.
Hasenstein just a sophomore.
Sean Delahunt and Richard Bartzen are our cameramen tonight. Scott Maloff doing the directing. And on graphics is Eric Weisman. Chris Wright giving you the color, and I'm giving you the play-by-play. Three-point attempt is up and in by Zach Dorsch.
Been a while since they've had a basket. They only have 4. They gave him a 2 again?
Wow,
Really?
No, that's 13. It was a 3.
Okay, a 3, I was going to say.
They had 10.
Yep.
Hasenstein. They get it. Ozzie with a walk.
What was the score at the quarter, Marty?
9. They had 9 points. They hit a free throw, and now the 3.
Okay.
It was 13-9 at the end of the first quarter.
Yep, that's just their first basket of the whole half, and it came with just 3 minutes left in the second. Excuse me, of the quarter.
Yeah, of the quarter.
That's a big dry spell.
A turnover by Pulaski, running the baseline when they should have been at their spot. Belmore finally gets it in. 2:30 left in the half. North on top, 23-13. Hasenstein kisses it off the glass for 2. He's looking
Another
to shoot,
turnover
Chris.
and a basket for Belmore.
Belmore with a basket. 4 quick points for the Raiders. Makes it 27-13. They've doubled up on him again, Chris. It's a full timeout, Scott. We can take a short break.
Gift giving is hard.
Gift giving is an art.
What do you give the person who's got everything?
I gave her a heifer.
You're giving me a cow for my birthday?
It's a farm animal.
It's more than a gift. A farm animal helps families in hunger. Gifts like this change lives.
Give different.
Christmas, Valentine's Day, Hanukkah, whatever you want.
Give a family life.
It's more than a gift.
It's the best gift I ever gave.
Back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where the Raiders lead it 27-13. The slowdown tactics by the Red Raiders of Pulaski have not been working tonight.
No, and one of the keys is taking care of the basketball, and they're not doing a very good job of that of late. They got 4 turnovers here in the quarter, and they've only got 1 basket. And
we get a quick turnaround, Chris. Our next game is next Tuesday already, when Manitowoc goes to South. And then the 10th, another Tuesday game, we have Preble at North. And then February 14th, the big day, doubleheader north-south action. And that'll be here at North. Looked a little more smooth breaking the press that time, Chris. Calvin Osborne in the ball game for the Red Raiders. Got to catch the ball out there, young man. Cost yourself a shot.
there they got the moving screen, Marty.
Yep. Melowiski commits the foul.
He's a sophomore, but they're going to have to go through some growing pains this season and over the summer. Just because you get older doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be way better, so you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Ozzie kicks it out to Davis. He's driving the lane. He got fouled and he scores. Tried to grab the arm and prevent him from shooting, but they grabbed the left arm. He shot it with the right arm and scored.
Hands down the best player on the floor, Marty.
Oh.
They don't have anybody that can stop him.
You are absolutely right. (29-13), North on top. Vandenheuvel was open for the 15-footer and passed it up. Let Splan take the shot. North with a big lead and the ball.
One basket for Pulaski in the quarter.
You know, I'm a little surprised by this. Coach Desautels having him pull it out. Wonder if Pulaski's going to go out of the zone.
Yep,
then
they
too.
did.
50 seconds left in the half, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by Osborne. Coming in for North is Julian Jones. Suxy, I thought, played a good half of basketball, Chris. Folk, and he's got 2 fouls. You have to be careful with him.
That's kind of strange to put him in.
Yeah, right at the end here.
It's 45 seconds. They're going to hold the ball anyways. Now they go to 1-3-1.
Ozenstein. Oh, couldn't quite be a zone breaker. And then we're going to get a foul over the back. Rudolph fighting for the ball. Looked like he went over the back. Now they're going to get it on Jones instead.
Well, North is averaging 62 points a game, so they're almost at their average.
Watch Rudolph go over the top there, and then they call Jones for the foul.
Pulaski down 16.
.15 seconds left. They're continuing to play slow, Chris. There's just no way they're going to come back. 5.
And that's the best shot you get.
Three-point attempt, and it's good.
It's figures.
Wade Geenan makes it. And we're at halftime with North on top, 29-16.
This video was submitted by a student through the Teens Drive Smart program. For more information on teen safety, visit teensdrivesmart.com.
Team. The North High Junior Varsity Dance Team would like to wish all of their big sisters on the varsity dance team good luck at the WACPC Dance Regional Championship tomorrow.
We'll take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little world, you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little world, you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. Set out on a mission to find our inner peace, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. With every step we take, Kyoto to the base, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the battery. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little world, you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. There's no place I'd rather be.
North High Varsity Dance Team, good luck at the regional competition, ladies.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Because sometimes, even the rescuers need to be rescued. The Coast Guard Foundation. Find out how you can help at rescuetherescuers.org.
This little chick has hearing loss. It can be lonely, sad, and often accompanied by ringing in the ears or even loss of balance. But there's good news, because birds have an almost magical way of regenerating their inner ear cells to restore their own hearing, so they can live a happy, chirpy lifestyle. Imagine if science could achieve the same miracle with people. Well, at Hearing Health Foundation, we support research that is doing just that. Visit us at hhf.org and learn more about the cure for hearing loss and tinnitus.
Back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse with North on top, 29-16. Joining us up in the booth is our guest announcer, Ben Van Vagel. Ben, you can put that on. Hopefully you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Hey, okay.
All right, Ben, what did you think of that first half? Ben was down right at the table, was listening to all the chitter-chatter between Horsch and Wagner and, you know, trying to keep them apart from fighting. But what did you think of that first half of action?
It was good to see North from the start get their shooters to knock down some shots. Nick Rudolph, like we were saying before the game, he was a little rough to start off the season, but getting 2 for 2 to start off the game, I think, was really big for him and the team.
I thought the same thing, you know, because he's had a bit of a tough season shooting, but, you know, always nice when you make that first one.
Yeah, so getting the first one, it takes that little chip off your shoulder.
Stats provided by Eric Wiesman there. In case you missed that, leading all scorers in the first half was Davis Larson with 11. He was really a beast in there.
Oh, yeah, he was getting to the hoop whenever he wanted. It seemed like he could get past him and get that and one like he did a couple times, draw the foul.
Belmore had 2, Gerber 3, Hasenstein 7, Rudolph 6, and Larson 11. Splan had 2 for Pulaski. Dorsch had 5. Geenan 3 made that last three-point basket, and Vandenheuvel had 5. And finally, Pulaski comes out from their team huddle. You know, the way they played that first half, I don't see how in the world they could ever come back and win the ball game.
Yeah, I think they just need, I mean, their key right now is they have to get their leading scorer, Dersh, into play. I mean, he didn't do anything the whole first quarter, and I think he almost got his first shot up in the second quarter. And it was good to see he landed that three-pointer to get a little momentum for himself, hopefully for the second half. But it'll be tough for for the Pulaski team to play against this North defense.
You know, we talked, Chris and I did anyway, in that first half about the good defense that Pulaski plays. I think they move on their defense well. But I'll tell you, North has played excellent defense, too.
Oh, yeah, yes. You know, they're only scoring. I mean, they only had 16 points, and for Pulaski, that is, as Dersh hits that three-pointer. They just need to, it just seems like they just need to get a rhythm going for them. They just didn't get to have a rhythm at all in that first half when North was just consecutively knocking down shots.
10-point lead for North, and Pulaski looks like they're in a bit of a trapping-type defense.
Famous little 2-3. Splan gets a hand on that one.
And ball goes off a Pulaski player, and it's going to be North ball. I think that was off of Wade Geenan. So North keeps the possession. Be nice to keep that double-digit lead most of the half.
Ooh, try for an alley-oop there from Eli to Davis. Yeah, that 10-point lead will be very key, I think, for to keep Desto calm over there on the sideline. They'll want to keep that in double digits, that's for sure.
Gerber, nobody covered him. Had a wide open three, but couldn't get it to go.
That's what they'll
Vandenheuvel
want.
with the rebound. Yeah, you're right.
If they can, they have that open shot. Desto will have them take it. Gerber's shooting the ball very well this season.
Folk had it on top over to Darish. You want to keep an eye on that guy. Don't want to let him get going.
Very quick trigger. Off that screen, he'll pull right away.
Shusha with a foul, Vandenheuvel with a basket. It's an opportunity for another three-point play for the Red Raiders. And they're creeping right back in the ball game.
Good quick move by Vandenheuvel, getting that and one.
Couldn't get the free throw. It's 29-21 North on top. Davis Larson directing traffic on top.
Eli Belmore now wants to take a little charge for himself.
What are they trying to do here, Ben?
I feel like they're trying to get something in the middle. They want Davis to have the ball. I mean, he's like great at surveying the court and everything. You want him. You see Rudolph. They have that back door right there. They just need to be able to survey the court. They want to get dangerous. Great pass by Belmore to Sush.
Shusha fighting hard.
That's the one thing he loves to do. He loves to get those. If he doesn't finish, he's going to be right there.
Back to a 10-point lead for the Raiders. The Golden Raiders.
The battle of the Raiders.
Lasky looking to penetrate a little bit more, it seems like, this half.
Little different look. A little faster tempo than Pulaski may like, but that's what happens when North got that lead. They're going to have to play a little.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. You're right. Oh, they're going to give the foul to Shusha. I didn't think that was a good call at all.
Shusha going for the ball, must have just got him on the arm.
For Eric, that's his second foul. Kaminsky's coming in for him.
The famous big man switch we like to say down at the table.
Bigs for bigs. North noted for playing a zone defense on an inbounds underneath their own basket.
Got in the passing lanes and everything, had to draw timeout by Pulaski. That's what North loves to see.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. So when they're down on offense, North, they're looking to get the ball inside to Davis or have him take it himself.
Yes, Davis or, yeah, have Davis go up around the elbow free throw line and square up to the hoop, and they just want him to survey, look down to Susha, look out to the outsides for a three-point shot like he has been doing.
So if the object of the offense is to get it down in the middle more or less, what's the object of the defense by North?
They're just going to have – there's the flex that Pulaski plays. North has the opportunity to jump a couple of the screens in the passing lanes when they bring the ball up top for either Darish or Splan right here. They can jump that, and they just want to be able to not trail the screener all the time and be able to jump in that passing lane, like I said.
Why not put Larson on Darish if he's their big gun?
I feel like they wanted because Darish obviously they're doing the flex, so they're running around. They would rather have Nick Rudolph or Hasenstein. Gerber for three.
Nice pass from Belmore. Gerber with a three. Good call, Ben.
It's good to see Gerber starting off. Ooh, and too far from the hoop for that foul by Belmore. Getting risky, reach around the back.
Yeah, surprised coach didn't pull him out.
Got the 13-point lead. He'll leave him in there for maybe one more.
It's only the second foul on Eli. Now Gerber's on, let me get the number of that guy.
Geenan.
Splan with a three, left him open.
Gives a little fist pump to himself, hopefully get himself and his team going. 10-point lead still for North.
Eli's not the kind of guy that's going to light it up from outside the line too often, is it?
He seems like just like I was last year. He's grown into that role where he knows what players are good at, and he knows that if he needs to shoot,
shuffle the feet before he put it down.
Calling for himself. We got Hasenstein coming in here.
What's coach telling him? Other than don't walk.
So that's probably the one thing. Maybe they'll work a little bit harder on defense. That's all. He likes to throw in that one always there to me.
How'd you like playing for Coach Desatil?
I mean, it's a pleasure. Being around one of the best coaches, arguably in the state, it's just great to know that everything that he's taught me, that I can take into the future with sports or anything in my life. It was just an honor.
30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Now, you were involved with the basketball program from early on. Did you do basketball camp also?
I did not go to any of his whiz kids.
And he still let you play?
Yeah.
So that rumor is not true.
It was I was a little surprised myself, but you know, put in the time, earned my spot, and I'm sure he would have loved to see me at those camps, but he had a lot of help. He knows people.
Did you ever work the camp?
Yes, okay. A little bit. My last year I did. Dragged me into that one.
You want to play, Ben? You're going to have to come to camp.
Yep.
You're going to be a counselor. Well, I don't know about you. I mean, I was a teacher and working with little kids. I like working with little kids. It can be a lot of fun.
It's always fun. I mean, the kids, it's always fun to see. I mean, that's the future right there. Davis with the steal. Ooh.
Yep.
A little out of control right there. It's always great. It is always just great to just be working with all the younger kids that you're going to see on this court.
Right.
In the future years. And, I mean, as a North High alum, you're going to want your school to continue to be successful. And, I mean, if you can do whatever you can, I'm there to help.
Now, we always build up the north-south matchups and what that means. And one of the things we always point out is that even though you're playing your crosstown rival, you know those guys. And, I mean, you know, it adds a little incentive to wanting to win the game. But talk a little bit about that when you know the guys you're playing against. You know, they're not really your enemy, even though they're on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, the north-south, as Nick Rudolph hits that one. The north-south, I mean, yeah, we've grown up since we were kids. Rec ball, go on, traveling, anything, different sports. And they know almost everything to your game that sometimes you don't even know about. And it just makes it, for the scouting and the pregame leading up to it, it just makes it that you want to work that much harder because you don't want to ever lose to your little cross-town rival.
I hear you.
But I mean, that rivalry is something that's known around.
I can tell you from experience, having played in a number of them, that it's something that you're going to remember all your life, and you're going to be talking about all your life because you meet a lot of those guys that you played against, and they do, not that they're ever not friends, but you know, it's that kind of a situation where you get to see them and talk about it. And I know I still catch heat from some of my South High friends about the time we lost to them.
Yeah, I still get a little bit of that first game my senior year. We heard that until we got to come to their house and we got to give them what they gave us, and it just felt nice. And yeah, like you said, everyone just gets to talk about it when they get to see each other.
We got under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Ben Van Vagel joining us up here in the booth. Guest announcer.
Wide open again, Gerber in the corner.
Boy,
he likes that spot.
I was going to say, how can you lose him like that?
It's almost the same play as last time. They're leaving him wide open.
16-point lead for North. DeStarkey in the ball game for the Red Raiders, seeing his first action of the night.
Just another sophomore on this young Pulaski roster.
Three-point attempt is no good. Rudolph thought he had it, but it was taken away by Osborne. Splan has a shot blocked by Kaminsky, and then he's fouled.
That's what you love to see out of the length from Kaminsky. You want him to see that use those long arms.
I think one of the things North has to look forward to with Sam is that he's going to get a little stronger as he gets a little older.
That's the best thing you can do. It's hard to go to. You're only going to go up from where he's at right now, and he knows it.
You're going to see the block. Ugh, take that.
6'8" plus the arms. It's hard to get over that.
North has not been blessed with a whole lot of tall guys over the last, 5, 6, 7 years. Nice to get a guy like Kaminsky. Gerber wide open.
And he's feeling it. This is his quarter right now. Matt Gerber with his third three-pointer of the quarter.
19-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Raiders. Under a minute left in the ball game.
This can be the time where North can really pull this out by the end of the quarter. Pulaski's going to have to rush a little bit in this fourth quarter, that's for sure.
Runner is no good. Vandenheuvel's shot was blocked, but he got fouled.
Davis looking for the block, not going to get it.
For Larson, that's his first foul and the fifth team foul by North.
Give him a quick breather, it looks like, for the end of the quarter.
Good strategy move.
Desso does like to do that if he can. You get this 40 seconds and then you get the break at the quarter. It's always nice to get a rest for Davis Larson.
Coach do a lot of yelling at halftimes?
If it's the right time, he'll get into it, but he will tell us just straight to our face what we are doing wrong, what we are doing right, what we need to fix, and I think that's what's great. Illegal screen, it looks like, by Sam Kaminsky.
Good call. Saw that one.
See those big arms reach out a little too far.
29 seconds left. It's North 43, Pulaski 26. It's been another low-scoring quarter for the Red Raiders. They've had trouble putting points on the board here tonight. It's an important win for North, Ben, because of the conference standings. They're a game out, or half a game out, I believe it is.
Yeah, they had the top of this conference is very tough.
Osborne leaning in, couldn't get it at the buzzer, and that's the end of 3 quarters of play, 43-26. You're going to stick around, right?
If I can, I'll check down at the board, see if they'll allow me to stay up here or not.
All right, you do that. We're going to take a break.
Every child adopted from foster care remembers their one day. The day he first met his forever family. The day their adoption was finalized. More than 100,000 children are waiting for their one day.
My one day was happy.
Find out more at nationaladoptionday.org.
Did you know that your thumbs are some of the scariest things on the planet? Every year, an average of 6,000 people lose their lives to thumbs that are used to text while driving. That means that your opposable digit is more dangerous than volcanoes, sharks, airplanes, jellyfish, tigers, lions, tornadoes, roller coasters, hippos, skydiving, spiders, and snakes. Texting while driving is more dangerous than all of those things. So why isn't it one of your biggest fears?
This video was submitted by a student through the Teens Drive Smart program. For more information on teen safety, visit teensdrivesmart.com.
There you see Keith Bondy. We're getting ready to start fourth quarter action here at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse. There you see North up by 17. They did have it up to 19. It's been a good performance by the Raiders, Ben. What do you think?
It's been very good. I mean, they extended the lead when they had to. They're playing great defense. For the most part, they're limiting that first shot, and that's what North loves to see. They don't want to allow those second shots ever. Davis drives it in. Great thing about Davis Larson, he's amazing at getting to the basket and drawing that foul whenever he needs to.
Now he's been practicing with North since before he was in high school, from what I heard.
Yes, sir. I think about going into his summer year of maybe 8th grade, I believe. He was in there.
They recognize the talent.
Yes, and you're seeing the talent game in, game out, practice every day. And I mean, you're gonna see Davis Larson at the next level. That's for sure. It's just a matter of what he can do in the off season this next year.
Three-point attempt again is no good. That shot was by Cody Burr.
Pulaski looking like they were just rushing right there. That was.
I thought you made a good point before when you said they can't play slow like they were at the beginning of the game. They're gonna have to pick it up a little bit.
And that's just what North. That's exactly what North wants. They want them to pick up the pace. They're not comfortable like this.
Larson off the glass, but couldn't get it in, and goes off of Taylor Splann. North will keep it at this end.
See if they can get another open three for maybe Gerber. Wanted Rudolph at the top for that three.
When you guys come into a ball game, you know, and you look at the guys that are reffing at that night, do you know what you can expect, or doesn't it get down that far?
I mean, our coaches. I mean, the coaches tell us. I mean, if we're going up to Green Bay, we know what to expect, and just like some teams know what to expect when they come here. But you also have to think, in the end, it's not the refs. I mean, you can play as hard as you want, get a bunch of calls, and still lose. But you know, I mean, it's just you can't bank on the refs so much that some high schoolers do, and it just affects the energy of the team, and it can just spiral down from there. And I mean, no one wants that as a teammate.
In other words, just play the game and let it go as it. Just let it go. Don't let the referees.
And I mean, refs play off how you react, and
oh
Davis
boy,
with the and
Larson. I don't know about you, but I want to see him make this free throw.
It's the one thing he's been working on. I'm starting off the season. He had a couple rough games shooting at the line. I mean.
Oh, I think it was against, matter of fact, it was in the first North-South game. I think he was 7 for 7 from the line, and boy, he looked good. Then I came over here during the Raider shootout, and he was just atrocious from the line.
Yeah, we kept track, and it was piling up. I mean, he was 0 for first 7 or 8, and it was it's just really good to see him actually finishing those. A little stutter step.
Yeah, Watska coming in for his first action, a junior.
A little happy feet.
Well, and that's the point you were mentioning before. Speed them up. They're not used to playing that way.
So far, it's paid off in those 2 possessions where they're rushing. Dangerous pass.
Osborne with a steal attempt, couldn't get it, and then the shot is short by Gerber.
That was his spot too.
Yeah, he's been
over
hitting
there
up from
in the corner. Let's give him another try.
Had a chance to set his feet that time and had a good release, and then Rudolph picks up an over the back foul. It's only his first. Coming in for the Red Raiders is Bennett Kars. And Hasenstein coming in.
It's been a quiet second half for Zach.
Yeah, you're right. He hasn't had any points here this half. That would make it quiet.
I mean, once he's out there, he likes to make himself known. He'll shoot it. He has the handles. Splann knocks down the first. Yeah, the thing with Hasenstein, I mean, you're not going to have him ever slow down. He's got that motor that's going to run and run.
He's another one that's, I think he was here when he was a freshman already. He was playing up on the varsity.
Yes, brought him up right away.
So he's, even though he's only a sophomore,
yes,
he's experienced.
And he has he has the tools and everything that has him on this team for all those reasons. I mean, the dribbling, the shooting. I think the one thing that has helped him the most this year is that he's gained so much confidence, knocking down those shots, getting into the lane whenever he wants almost. He's finally realized that.
Good pass to Sam, and he does the dunkaroo.
That's what everyone's been waiting to see, when Sam Kaminsky will throw down that dunk.
Wow, good pass by Davis Larson. Short shot is no good, and then coming over the back was Melowinski. Commits the foul. You're going to see the nice pass.
Thread it. Boom. Get a little manpower in there, Kaminsky. Put a little hair on your chest now, Sam. That a boy.
Sam was a Pigeon River boy.
Tall? Tall all the way?
He was tall and skinny then, too. He and Davis were in the same class.
Yeah, you see him and Davis can have that combination when Davis gets in that hole next year, I hope. And Sam will make some noise next year, I believe. Just have to get bigger.
Good drive by Eli Belmore, and picks up, draws the foul. He'll be shooting 2. Now, you had mentioned earlier before we came on the air, Ben, that you are presently attending UW Sheboygan, actually taking this semester off.
Yes, sir.
Any plans, because I know your family has a certain affinity for University of Wisconsin lacrosse, of you going there?
You know, there's always, you always got to look in the back in the ancestry book, and see where everyone's gone. And lacrosse is always, it's a great school, and I mean, you're not going to go wrong if you go there. But I got a couple.
I know.
I got a couple other choices though. I have Stevens Point and UW Milwaukee on my list right now.
All right, good for you. What do you want to major in?
I'm going to either try and major in criminal justice or sports management.
Well, if it's going to be criminal justice, just remember we're good friends.
Yeah, I know. I'm good with faces. Let's say that.
So we got to tell them the story about when you were on the mound and they yelled at you. And Coach Goes came up to me and said, "You can't yell at him like that. Now look at him. He's not going to pitch good." So I went out to the mound and I said to Ben, "You okay? What'd you say?"
Oh, that's the umpire. I'm the pitcher on the mound. I'm the guy who wants to be quick. I'm that guy on the mound. Almost all the coaches knew by the end of the season who I was when I was on the mound. I'm the guy who wants to get it and go. It's Eli.
And they're not going to give him the basket.
No.
They're going to say it happened on the floor.
He would have loved that.
Well, Horzens and company leaving early. That's a bad sign. I think they're going to go home and watch a rerun of the Cubs convention.
Oof. Not too much to say about the old Cubbies for me.
Hey, they're not the old Cubbies anymore.
Yeah. The new, young, hopefully, maybe not hopefully fresh. I'm all about the Brew Crew, though.
Yeah. They offered me tickets for an April 18th game to go with them to Wrigley.
Is it a Brewers-Cubs one?
I don't know who they're playing.
Wrigley,
but they've got the tickets in hand. They need one more person to go with them, and they asked me.
It's hard to turn down.
It is. They're doing all that renovation. The Larson trying to make the steal hurt his hand.
Looks like he got caught.
Anyway, they're redoing the outfield walls. New bleachers in left and right field. Those aren't going to be ready until May, so they're going to be playing a lot of games with
smaller attendance.
Yeah, smaller capacity.
Yeah, I don't want to say they're used to it, but
they actually draw fairly good.
Julian Jones skies up and draws that foul. Julian has been putting in a lot more minutes and has been putting them to work, and that's this past game against Southwest. I mean, he was all over the place, getting the rebounds, finishing at the hoop, running the floor, and I know that's something that Desso loves to see, and I'm sure he showed him on film. Very few times does Desitel like to show the good stuff, but
every once in a while, right?
He'll throw that in there.
All right, nice to see Jonesy put one in. Doesn't get a chance to score a whole lot, at least the games that we've covered. So good to see him get his name in the paper. There's a good shot of him, too. Sean Delahunt giving you that shot. Richard Bartson giving you that shot. Chris is doing stats next door, but he's not sharing them.
He likes to be quiet.
So give me some dirt on that baseball program.
He's got a lot of energy over there in the dugout, that's for sure. Over at third base, if he doesn't like a call, you'll hear it for that first couple seconds, and then he'll take that stroll, he'll pick up that blade of grass, and that'll be it for him. And then whichever player, he'll let them have it.
Snellis off a good pass from Hasenstein, and then Jones with the strong rebound picks up the foul.
Continuing to work hard, just like I said, Julian Jones. Only a junior as well. He's just improved so much, and it's great to see that he still has a year for this and his team.
Larson with a towel near the bench, Ben. I don't know if Richard can span down a little bit and see him. He's
hurt a cut or something, or I don't know if I would.
Certainly
wants to keep him in there or not.
Yeah, you don't need him anymore, do you?
Julian knocking down another free throw. Here comes the bench for North.
Well, Platts has gotten in a few games when we've been here and actually did a pretty nice job.
Yeah, and there's a leak out by Belmore.
Ooh, good hustle down there by DeStarkey, and he blocked Belmore's shot.
That's just never giving up on a play. That's what a coach loves to see, too. I mean, especially with the difference between the score right now, you don't want to see these kids just jogging back, and that was great to see by DeStarkey go up and get that block.
Chris Lacey in the ball game.
Hasenstein finally gets the ball in.
Lacey right down Main Street, but kicks it out.
A little reminiscence of what I like to hear. When he gets the ball, they're gonna yell, "Shoot, shoot, shoot!" And
you weren't much of a shooter now, Ben. You didn't want to put that.
We've had our post-game talks where it was.
Hey, even Chris and I were yelling at you to shoot it.
Oh, I remember senior night. We had that big lead. As DeStarkey tries to throw that one down.
Hey, might as well do it, right?
Yeah, this is the time to try it.
Inside to Platts.
Good pass. Really sealed off that area well.
59-33, largest lead by North, 26 points. Jones really hustling for that ball. Rolls over 3 times, and now they're going to get the travel.
One roll too many.
They might have let him go with 2 also. You never know. Under 2 minutes, 1:48. Ben Van Vagel joining us up here in the booth in the second half. It's pretty nice of your mom and dad to get this for you.
It was a surprise Christmas morning, everything else, and then I'm downstairs for a little bit, and they tell me to come upstairs, and I mean, I feel like this could be something that
you could build on
my
this.
Future. Yes, indeed. Speaking, public speaking, never been a problem, anything of that. So I always love a chance where get a little bit, talk about the stuff I love, talk about the sport I used to play and everything.
Well, you're doing a great job, I must say. We were also, I don't know if you know Phil Leipholm.
Yeah, I actually saw a picture up on Facebook of him and Coach Wright, I believe.
Yep, they did a game. I think he's going to do another one with us, the second of the Holy War by the Shore over at Lutheran. But anyway, he did an excellent job. Lacey drawing the foul, will go to the line. Chance to put some points on the board. And we got one more kid coming in. Austin Wrightbrock. Lacey's shot rims out.
Got one more chance. Get himself in the book.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 guys on the bench. That's 15 players.
It's a lot to see for a North High team.
Yeah, it is. And Chris not able to knock one in. Missed them both. Unfortunate. Good hands.
Working hard on defense. There he is.
Gets the steal. And loses it. Osborne with a spin move and a scoop, but no good.
Sinellis with the board.
Oops. Forgot to pass it
Seemed
before.
like he was going to pass, and that window shut right on him. Kyle Beauregard, one of the newcomers to the North High basketball program. A senior thinking why not come out for the team?
Yeah, it's tough when you're a senior and you haven't played, any of the other years. You don't really know what it's all about.
It is something that at your first time it's a little hard. I mean, it's different, obviously.
Yeah, it certainly is. Under a minute left. I think Chris is going to head downstairs. As a matter of fact, he is. He's down on the floor. He's going to get some interviews for us.
Osborne continuing to work hard.
Yeah, he's kind of like the guy that's holding the pieces together. Starkey didn't get a dunk, but he got a basket.
We're going to have a quick timeout just for subs. Evan Mon.
Yeah, who's the other guy?
Devin Ogland. It's good to see these guys get that time.
Mon is a senior, Ogland a junior.
Yeah, the two seniors on the court, first time playing in North High. Burgard showing some poise right there as he got the ball in. And another chance for C.J. Lacey to get these points.
Wants Lacey, get him in.
Chris Lacey on the line, shooting 2.
I'm sure we'll see you around, right? You'd work these games. You're a regular.
Yes, sir. Every game.
Oh, touched just about every part of the rim, but wouldn't drop. Not helping a free throw percentage there, Chris. We're going to get this one in.
If you make one, you can at least say something. There it is.
Put your name in a paper.
And you see the end of the bench just jumping up. You'll have to see that support from the teammates.
Three-point attempt is no good by Starkey, and then we get a foul underneath. Going to the line will be Cody Burr, shooting a pair. Been a little bit of a drag here at the end, Ben.
This was a game that North wanted, and they got the amount of points they wanted. They held Pulaski to probably the amount of points that they wanted. A 20-point victory against the Pulaski team is very hard. If they get down, they will want to hold the ball, and North just did a great job. And as you see, they pull off with the win, 60-38.
All right, we want to thank Ben Van Vagel for helping us out here with his guest announcing. North the winner. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, Chris will have some of the players from North, and then we'll wrap this puppy up. Thanks a lot, Ben.
No problem. Hopefully another time.
Before you're treated for breast cancer, get the facts. Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
Getting out of the military, I was missing this camaraderie.
It's frustrating when you try and talk to people that don't understand.
I still had the anger, I still had the addictions, but we didn't talk about that.
came to a point where it's like, okay, I really need to talk to somebody about this.
Family more or less encouraged me, go to the VA.
It's okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to people because it takes true strength to ask for help.
Hear veterans' real stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Going to school pregnant, riding the bus, that was hard. You just have all the stares and you have all the questions. When you get pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. Abortion, adoption, keeping him. When you're 15 and pregnant, you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
A healthy diet and plenty of exercise are keys to success, both on and off the ice. Teaching kids how to eat right will give them the fuel they need to be at their very best.
Growing bodies need lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy to be healthy and strong. A registered dietitian can work with your family to help you create nutritious meals you will love.
And don't forget to exercise for at least 60 minutes every day. Visit kidseatright.org for more information.
You show your smile to the world every day, but nearly 4 out of 5 Americans say they would smile a lot more if their teeth looked better. The good news is, healthy teeth can be safely and affordably corrected at any age. Advances in orthodontics have made the treatment more successful and comfortable than ever.
Only orthodontists receive 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to learn the proper way to align and straighten teeth. To learn more, visit mylifemysmile.org.
Back at North High School, leading scorers for North were Davis Larson with 17 and Matt Gerber had 12. Nick Rudolph had 6 points in the first half, had no points in the second half. I thought he got a couple, but those were your North High leading scorers. Nobody in double figures for Pulaski. They were led by their big sophomore center, Luke Vandenhoevel. He had 9 points. And then their good shooting senior, Zach Dersch, had 8 points, and that led them. And we got 2 guys down on the floor, Davis Larson and Nick Rudolph, and Chris is just about ready to go, so we'll send it down to Chris.
All right, we're back here with 2 Raiders, Nick and Davis. Nick, we'll start with you a little bit. Let's first of all talk about the pace. Playing Pulaski is like a completely different animal than anybody else.
That's right.
How do you prepare for that and things this week?
During practice, we worked on their screening and their slow-paced offense. We just worked on getting through screens and trying to figure out what to do with Dorsch because he was such an outstanding three-point shooter. We really had to lock down on him.
Yeah, and it's got to be just a change of pace to hold. I mean, they hold it for so long, especially in the beginning was a little closer. I mean, the possessions are just so few.
I know, it's just so slow, and you just got to keep working at it, and you just can't give up.
Let's kick it on the other end. Then they play a zone, which you guys don't see a ton of zones all the time, but there, too, something different for you guys to see.
That is true, but that helps out our shooters a lot. We get more open looks, and tonight we were all making them.
Yeah, and how about that? You guys had 8 threes in the first 3 quarters. They only had 8 baskets, so you guys did hit those threes.
That's right. We just kept making... Yeah, we just kept making our shots when we had to keep the lead.
Well, that's just great. Davis, we're going to talk to you first. 1,000 points. Unbelievable. And just a junior. I said that. A junior, and he's getting an award already.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like they said, I'm the 8th player to do it. I mean, I'm honored. Ethan Gusky, I'm finally in that category. I'm finally in that category with Ethan, Nolan. It's an honor.
Well, it just seems like just the other day, Ethan, you got that.
Yeah. It was something different.
Yeah, and now he's just a junior. I mean, it's just kind of crazy that I'm glad you're here to see it, too. That was nice of you to come.
Yeah, for Davis, I mean, I don't know. I knew it was going to come at some point, but, I mean, he's worked hard for it, and I'm glad that it came this year. He doesn't have to worry about it next year.
Well, let me talk about that a little bit. You saw him kind of when he was younger and things like that, and you saw the potential in him, and he's got another year. You know, what kind of things did you see when he was just a younger guy?
A lot from what I saw was just, you know, he liked to pack his stats a little bit when he was younger.
he loved to miss layups and then get his own rebound. So, I mean, he's got to get close to that rebounding record, too. But, you know, he's worked hard on developing his game from the outside especially. And now I'm seeing him finish a little bit better, so I'm happy to see that.
So when he had those 4 offensive rebounds in the first half, that was today. That was kind of what it was. It wasn't the fact that he's getting more points. It's just building that, trying to get those double-doubles, huh?
Exactly.
Well, it's nice, Ethan, to come here, too. They had a real nice presentation and things. Dave, let's just get back to the game real fast here. You guys had a nice, comfortable lead in the first half, and then what was said at second half to start the second half? You had a nice, solid start, obviously.
Yeah, Coach said in the halftime locker room that we just got to come out. The team with the most energy is going to run away with this game, and that's what we did. We hit a few threes. Sam Kaminsky late in that game had that huge dunk that just put it away for us.
Yeah, and you did get a lot of bench support there, but I'll tell you, you know, we talked about their defense, and I know I mentioned this to you, every week. It seems like your defense is getting better and better too. I mean, you guys just completely shut them down. They only had 5 baskets in the first half, and you know they didn't have many more in this. You know, maybe a couple here in garbage time, but you guys really clamped down on them too.
Yeah, like Nick said, we practiced a lot of that in practice. Their flex screen is tough, and we did well on that tonight.
One last thing, boys. Only got 1 month left.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like, the first game we played was at the Bradley Center. It feels like ages ago. So, I mean, we're having a good season. Hopefully we can keep it on to the rest of the season.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to see you guys in a week or so. With that, we'll send it back to Marty.
All right, final score, North a winner, 60-38. Our next game will be February 3rd when Manitowoc visits South. For the crew, Scott Maliff, our director, Richard Bartson and Sean Delahunt, our camera people, Eric Wiesman on graphics, Chris Wright and Ben Van Vagel on color commentary, and I'm Mike Martins saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.